Those models are moving average, weighted moving average, exponential smoothing with trend, trend projection with seasonal variation, and lastly, we have the trend projection with centered moving average or the CM. Yes, hello everyone. So welcome to our new topic. For this discussion, we'll going to have our topic regarding forecasting. So forecasting, what comes into your mind, guys, when you hear the word forecasting? Okay, so when we say forecasting, this is the process of predicting a future event. Okay? Process of making predictions of the future based on past and present data, and most commonly by analysis of trends. So we are trying to predict the future based on historical data, based on the historical and current data readily available in our organization. Now, we have actually here the influence of product life cycle with regards to forecasting. And based on this, in the previous discussion, I hope you still remember, guys, the discussion regarding the product life cycle. So it was discussed there. As product passes through life cycle, forecasts are useful in projecting staffing levels, inventory levels, and factory capacity. Meaning to say, if forecasts are useful in projecting this, we can apply directly what forecasting concepts and principles have in forecasting these three factors of the organization, which are again staffing levels, inventory levels, and the factory capacity. Given the fact that the condition is somehow stable and we have the historical data together with the present one. Now, for the forecasting approach, we actually have two types. The first one is the qualitative method and the second one is the quantitative method. For the qualitative method, this is actually used when situation is vague or little data exists. No, pag wala tayong numbers, walang data, kumbaga out of nowhere, nung nag-uumpisa pa lang, we should use qualitative method. For example, we have new products or new technologies acquired in our operation. So how can you forecast if bago pa nga lang? No, wala pa tayong recorded data. Ano ba yung nangyari sa mga new products na ito? No? Before, wala kang data kasi nga bago siya. No? For launching pa lang siya. So somehow hindi natin mape-predict yung future nito using quantitative one. That's why it is under qualitative method. Or qualitative method is also involves intuition or experience. So forecasting sales on internet, something like that. Pero dito, yung example na yan, forecasting sales on internet, given the fact na bago pa lang sa internet. No, umpisa pa lang. For example, merong bagong internet provider sa market. So, for their forecast, since wala silang record ng kanilang sales, it can actually be a qualitative one. Qualitative method sila. So, what are the qualitative methods of forecasting? Ano itong mga ito? No, pinakauna, we have the jury of executive opinion. Second, the Delphi Method. Third one is the sales force composite. And the fourth one is the consumer market survey. Okay? Now, for the qualitative method, when we say jury of executive opinion, a method of forecasting using a composite forecast prepared by a number of individual experts. Okay? The executives from different departments come together and forecast sales for the given period on the basis of their experience and, of course, on their specialization. Then, the individuals' final opinions are combined. Kumbaga, since they are expert on that specific field, on that specific product, kung anong sasabihin nila, pagsama-samahin natin yon, we will combine their opinions and that will be our forecast. Since naniniwala at nagtitiwala tayo on their specialization and of course on their experience. That is the jury of executive opinion. For the second, this is what we call now the Delphi Method. Now, Delphi Method or Delphi technique is a structured communication technique or method originally developed as a systematic, interactive forecasting method which relies on a panel of experts. So, almost the same. No, almost the same with the jury with the first one. Now, second part, basahin natin. The technique can also be adapted for use in face-to-face meetings and is then called mini-Delphi or estimate talk estimate. It is a process used to arrive at a group opinion or decision by surveying a panel of experts. So these experts respond to several rounds of questionnaires and their responses are aggregated and shared with the group after each round. So just like the jury, pero ito po, si Delphi, no, may series of rounds siya. So titingnan natin dito, sabi dito, facilitator 6 individual assessments from a pool of experts. Then this one, colored pink, is the pool of experts. It says here that experts respond to the request, receive feedback, and revise their responses. Okay? Facilitator compiles the responses and sends a revised set of questionnaire to each expert. Several cycles of feedback may be needed. Meaning, tinatanong nyo ng tinatanong yung experts. Kapag sumasagot sila, you are revising the question and you are trying to find out if ever na ganun pa rin ba yung sagot nila. If nagbago, no, baguhin mo ulit yung tanong, tapos itanong mo ulit sa kanya. Something like that. No, pa series of questions siya hanggang madeduce nyo talaga kung ano yung gusto nilang itukuyin. Madeduce nila kung ano yung pinupunto nyo, kung ano yung pinupunto ng experts na yan. Sabi nga dito sa final report, facilitator produces report on experts' responses noting key outlier. So, more likely may magiging outlier dyan dahil nga yung series of questions nyo, may possibility na hindi siya laging ganun yung tinutumbok ng sagot nila. Okay? Pero ang kagandahan dito sa Delphi method is that, kumbaga, napipiga ninyo, nakukuha ninyo yung pinupunto, yung gustong tukuyin ng mga experts na to in relation to the forecast. Okay, that is the difference of the Delphi method sa ating jury of executive opinion. Okay, now for the third qualitative method, we have this sales force composite. Now, a sales force composite is a method of forecasting future demand for a product by adding, take note guys, by adding together what each member of the sales force expects to be able to sell in his or her territory. Estimates from individual salespersons are reviewed for reasonableness, then aggregated. Pinapagsama-sama natin sila after. No, ayun po yung sales force composite. Parang titignan mo kada salesperson o ikaw, no, ano yung expected mong benta mo next month? No, ikaw, ano ka sa'yo? Ikaw, anong expected mong benta? Sasagot sila, depende sa kakayahan nila, depende sa mga nagawa na nila yung previous months. And then, kapag sama-samahin yun, that will be our forecast for the next months. Okay? Sales force composite. Now, for the fourth one, we have the consumer market survey. So, basically, itong consumer market survey, direct natin ini-interview yung customer. No? Diretso natin silang tinatanong kung gaano karami yung kaya nilang i-purchase, no? Gaano karami yung kaya nilang bilhin sa atin. And that will be our forecast. Sabi nga dito, by interviewer and asked how much they would be willing to purchase of a given product at a number of alternative product price levels. So, considering na nag-iiba-iba yung price levels, if ever na ganito, magkano po yung kaya niyong bilhin sa amin? If ever na tumaas, magkano po? If ever na bumaba, magkano or gaano karami po? No, that will be our forecast. Na based yon sa consumer perspective. Consumer market survey. That is the fourth qualitative method. Okay? Now, let's go naman sa ating quantitative methods. Ano ba tong mga quantitative methods na to? Actually, when we say quantitative from the term itself, quanti, no, we have numbers here. We are talking all about numbers here. So, quantitative methods is actually used when situation is stable. No, so kapag hindi na bago, matagal na siyang ginagawa and okay na yung operation, no, continuously na nag-ooperate tayo, stable na, and historical data already exists. doon po siya ginagamit. Example given, existing products or current technology. No, doon pwede natin gamitan ng quantitative method. So sabi dito pangalawa, no, quantitative methods involves mathematical techniques. Kasi nga, quanti, no, numbers. So forecasting sales of laptops. Okay? So, ayun. Yung pwede nating i-forecast yung magiging sales ng laptops natin if ever na yung unit ng laptop na yun is actually stable na sa market. Okay? Pero if bago pa lang siya, bagong unit, bagong specs, hindi applicable. Depende pa rin. Okay? So, pagkarandaan, kapag qualitative based on instincts ng mga expert, more likely ganun, or sa sales or sa customer, kapag quantitative based on numbers, historical data. Kasi nga, sinasabi natin, everything in this world is actually adhering on specific patterns. Everything on this world is actually have data. Okay, we can predict, ang konsepto dito guys, we can predict the future by looking at the past. By looking at the past numbers. Yun yung konsepto ng quantitative methods. So, with regards to quantitative methods, we have this time series forecasting. When we say time series forecasting, this is a set of evenly spaced numerical data obtained by observing response variable at regular time periods. Forecast based only on past values, no other variables important. It assumes that factors influencing past and present will continue influence in future. That is the time series forecasting, and also the use of model to predict future based on previously observed values. Yung basic na simple linear programming ninyo during statistics, that is actually a time series forecast. We have a model there and we can predict what will be the future value of something. Okay? Ayun siya. Ayun tinatawag natin na time series forecast. Nakabase siya sa time. Kasi nga historical. And fourth type of forecast that uses historical data, assuming that future will likely be the past. This is what I have said before. We are projecting the future based on the past. Kasi nga, sinasabi natin, history repeat itself. Something like that. Ayun yung konsepto nito. Now, with regards to time series forecasting, marami po tayong models dyan. And these models actually will be introduced with the following assumptions. First assumption natin, the future event is determined by the past. And second, past data are already available. If hindi available, then hindi siya applicable itong time series forecasting. Okay? Ano-ano po yung mga models na yun? Actually, those models are moving average, weighted moving average, exponential smoothing with trend projection with seasonal variation. And lastly, we have the trend projection with centered moving average, or the CMA. That is our 7 forecasting models under quantitative method. And these 7 quantitative forecasting models will be discussed on our next discussions. Iisa-isahin po natin yan, mabusisa, step by step, very detailed manner, lahat ng computation para mas makuha ninyo yung konsepto ng kada isa and anong pinagkaiba nila, kailan ina-apply si moving average, kailan ina-apply si trend projection with centered moving average, what are their differences, especially when it comes to the analysis. Okay? So, those are the basics of forecasting. See you soon on our next discussions regarding the quantitative methods. Yung 7 na nabanggit ko. I hope you guys learned something from this discussion. Keep safe always. See you and goodbye.